Daylight Saving Time Training Day 2. Today I want to talk about transitioning in increments. So I'm going to divide this up in two categories, so nappers and non-nappers. So for nappers, for children who take naps, I highly suggest starting by shifting first nap first. In other words, you don't want to, the Saturday before daylight saving time, just be like, okay, well, they need to sleep in an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and put them down an hour later. No, the chances of that first resulting in a later morning sleep is slim to none, and there's a better way and easier way on the body to make that transition. So what I suggest doing is moving first nap first. So using the increment that you choose, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, move first nap first. And that will naturally shift the entire sleep schedule later. It's a little harder on the body to transition an entire hour, so it really does help to break it up, at least even just 30 minutes. So go ahead and start with first nap first. So if your child's only taking one nap, start by just transitioning that one nap later, and that will naturally move bedtime later as well. It's not always like a perfect increment of an hour after you've it's not always a perfect increment that you've moved the nap to also move bedtime, but accommodate as best you can and the body will catch up. We want to protect that last wake window between last nap and bedtime. We don't really want to stretch that much or at all, if possible, to avoid a sleep regression. Let me know if you have more questions about that. Okay, so for children who don't take naps, we don't really have an option but to go ahead and shift bedtime. But what we want to do to help the body adjust to shifting those sleep times, to that sleep time, is to help the child sleep in for the same amount of time that you shifted bedtime initially. So say you moved your child's bedtime 20 minutes later, we want to help your little one preferably still lay in bed for an extra 20 minutes the next morning. It can help to have something like an okay to wake clock, or have some sort of indication when it's okay to get up, if they see a light in the hallway on, something like that, to help your child know when it's okay to get up and that rest period is over. That rest period in the morning is helping just affirm to the circadian rhythm that the time in which, the later time in which they fell asleep and the time in which they are sleeping or resting extra in the morning is actually sleep time. So that's what that's for. Okay, so additionally, I want to talk about two more things. So if your child easily takes extra long naps, that's another way you can help transition your child into the new sleep time. So if you have to always wake up your child from his or her nap, go ahead and let your child nap in extra long, and that should also help shift his or her circadian rhythm, because that will also move bedtime, sleep time later. And often that also results in a later rising time in the morning as well. Similarly, if your child easily sleeps in the morning, go ahead and let him or her do that. That's the easiest way to do this transition into the new daylight saving time, but that doesn't always happen. So if that is an option for you, go ahead and do that. That's a lovely way to gradually let your child transition into the new daylight saving time. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about this. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will touch base tomorrow.